Hold up, if you were scrolling for a headline, here it is. The Chiefs just put together a statement performance, and it felt like the kind of offensive game that reminds you why you believed in this team the whole time. From the opening drives, you could feel the difference. This wasn't a squeak by or a luck thing, it was a full-on, methodical assault. The Ravens, a team people were still whispering about as an AFC powerhouse, got handled from whistle to whistle, and it wasn't even that close. Once the Chiefs found their groove, I know you felt that wash of relief and excitement. You can almost hear the confidence come back into Mahomes' voice and into the play calls. This game didn't happen by accident. It was the offense clicking, staff adjustments paying off, and a key piece, Xavier returning and changing the entire dynamic. Let's be honest, watching the Chiefs open up the field like that after a slower start to the season was cathartic. You remember last year's bubble. Moments where momentum stalled or second-half collapses felt inevitable, not today. Right away, the Chiefs attacked vertically, hit timing throws, and gave the Ravens difficult choices. Do you double Worthy and invite seams and flats? Or do you trust your single coverage and risk him burning you deep? That immediate problem of choice is the kind of headache every defensive coordinator hates, and it's exactly what the Chiefs wanted to create. As soon as Worthy got his first look and produced, everything else started moving more freely. Routes that were clogged earlier opened up, running lanes eased, and Mahomes found rhythm like a conductor with his orchestra suddenly in tune. I also want to call out the emotional side, the swagger. This wasn't bravado for content, this was earned confidence. When a game looks like this, it flips national narratives. People who were tired of the Chiefs get reminded why this is still a top-tier offense. If you're watching at home, I need you to do me a quick favor, hit that like button if this win made you feel the team is back to elite, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to help us reach our 5,000 subscriber goal so we can keep breaking down games like this for you. Quick question for the comments, did you expect Worthy to come back and impact the game that much in his first outing? Vote yes or no in the comments, I want to see who's confident now. Now let's really zero in on Xavier Worthy, because his return wasn't just a storyline, it was the difference maker. This was the first time we got to see a game plan truly designed around him, and you could feel his presence on every snap. The box score tells part of the story, 5 catches for 83 yards, 2 carries for 38 yards. Leading the team in targets, tied for most receptions, and also leading the team in rushing. That's not just involvement, that's a clear statement from Andy Reid and the staff, Worthy is here to tilt the field. But the stats don't even fully capture it. Think about the very first sequence where he got touches, quick pass, easy rhythm, then immediately stretching the defense downfield. That's not by accident. That was Kansas City telling Baltimore, you have to account for this guy every single down. The ripple effect was obvious. Safeties started shading wider, linebackers hesitated before stepping up, and suddenly space opened underneath. Plays that looked congested in earlier weeks, the flats to running backs, slants over the middle, suddenly had room to breathe. Defenses don't have the luxury of sitting in their comfort zone when a speed threat who also runs precise routes is on the field. And let's give credit where it's due, this wasn't just track speed making a difference. Worthy showed real NFL polish. He cooked defenders on routes, used leverage to create separation, and made Baltimore's corners look like they were constantly on their heels. That's the scary part, he's not just a burner, he's a complete receiver who happens to have rare wheels. And when a defense realizes it can't press him without risking a home run, everything else opens up. You saw how comfortable Mahomes looked knowing he could hit his outlets or attack different levels because Worthy demanded constant attention. Here's what I want to ask you, which Xavier Worthy play stood out most to you? Was it the long catch downfield, the explosive reverse run, or that sideline route where he left the corner grasping at air? Drop your answer in the comments, because I think fans are going to be split. And if you're watching and thinking this kid is the real deal, give this video a quick thumbs up so more Chiefs fans can see it. The truth is simple, Xavier Worthy is a multiplier. His gravity makes everyone else's job easier. Thornton looks better, Juju has more space, running backs get cleaner lanes, and Mahomes has a freer mind. That's what a true difference maker does. What really jumped out in this game wasn't just the talent on the field, but how the coaching staff unleashed it. This was Andy Reid and the offensive staff dialing it up in a way we haven't consistently seen the past couple of seasons. The game plan wasn't conservative. It wasn't about surviving drives. It was about attacking Baltimore's defense at every angle, and the play-calling rhythm made the whole offense hum. Let's break that down. Early on, the Chiefs didn't waste time testing the waters. They pushed the ball vertically, made the Ravens respect spacing, and then used that respect to their advantage. Every time Baltimore adjusted, the Chiefs had a counter ready. When the safeties crept deep to respect Worthy's speed, Mahomes hit quick timing throws underneath. When the Ravens tried to heat him up with blitzes, Reid dialed up screens and quick hitters that flipped field position instantly. It felt like the perfect balance of aggression and control, and for once, nothing looked forced. You also saw how other players benefited from the ripple effect. Taquan Thornton continued his strong stretch with another solid outing, finding soft spots that simply wouldn't have been there without Worthy pulling coverage. Juju Smith-Schuster looked like a reliable possession guy again, moving the chains and giving Mahomes that steady outlet he needed. Even the running backs were freer. Notice how many short dump-offs turned into chunk plays simply because defenders were spread too thin trying to account for deep threats. That's offensive synergy, and it's been missing. And you could tell Mahomes trusted the flow. He wasn't second-guessing, he wasn't waiting on routes to develop in traffic, and he wasn't pressing to make a miracle play. Instead, he was operating within a system that gave him options, and when Mahomes has options, the entire league has a problem. So here's what I want to ask you. Do you want me to break down the X's and O's in even more detail in a future video? Like, full-on film-style breakdowns of how Reid and Mahomes tore this defense apart? Let me know in the comments. And make sure you subscribe right now if you haven't, because if we hit our 5,000 subscriber goal, I'll line up a full deep dive series that Chiefs fans won't want to miss. This is the part where we get real about sustainability, because excitement is great, but smart fans also watch the fine print. Xavier Worthy looked electric, but he's coming off shoulder issues and you could see him managing contact a bit differently, turtling up at times, controlling his speed on certain reps, and not yet sprinting full tilt on every route. That's normal after an injury, and it's why workload management is going to be a storyline. The good news is the Chiefs have shown they can scheme him into high-impact plays without forcing constant 100% full-speed snaps. They can use gadget reps, jet sweeps, and situational vertical shots to keep his impact high while protecting him long-term. Still, we need to watch snap counts, how many reps he takes against physical secondaries, and whether he starts leaning more into every down work as the season progresses. There's also the broader depth question. Reports that Rashee Rice is close to returning means this offense could get even more dangerous, but it also means rotations will grow and the staff will have to balance keeping stars fresh with building chemistry. Injuries can derail momentum. We all remember seasons where one nagging issue changed everything, so the medical report's over. The next few weeks matter. If Worthy comes out of consecutive games healthy and effective while the Chiefs continue to execute the scheme we saw, then this performance was a real inflection point. If he starts to show recurring limitations, the staff will have to adapt again, and we'll need to reassess expectations. Quick fan interaction, vote in the comments. Do you think Worthy can maintain this level across a full season? Type yes or no below and tell us why in one sentence. And one last ask, if you want more regular injury updates and roster management analysis, hit subscribe so we can reach 5,000 subscribers and keep delivering this kind of content. This win isn't just one game on the calendar, it's a momentum slice that can change narratives, impact seeding conversations, and force opponents to rework game plans. When a team puts together a performance like that, confidence spreads through the locker room. Coaches lean on what worked, players play looser because they trust the system, and the national media starts recalibrating expectations. For the Chiefs, that matters, not only for standings but for how teams prepare for you each week. If Worthy stays healthy and this level of offensive creativity continues, the Chiefs aren't just contenders, they're a matchup nightmare for any defense in the AFC. For fans, here's a simple checklist to ride this wave the smart way. 1. Enjoy the moment, celebrate the win, share the highlights, and let yourself feel good about the performance. 2. Engage with the team's evolution, watch the film or condensed replays to spot patterns, because the more you understand the scheme, the more you appreciate what Reid and Mahomes are building. 3. Pay attention to health reports, Worthy's shoulder, Rishi Rice's return timeline, and snap counts will be critical signals. 4. Support the community, like, comment, and share content from channels you trust so more Chiefs fans see this kind of breakdown. And 5. Stay tuned. For tactical content, if the staff keeps leaning into this aggressive mix, we'll have a lot to unpack each week. Before I sign off, 2 quick asks. If this video made you more confident in the Chiefs, hit the like button and subscribe. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers and every sub gets us closer to more deep dive content. Also drop your final take in the comments. Are the Chiefs the team to beat in the AFC? Vote yes, no, or too early and tell us why in one sentence.